out of town, I think she model at McCarmy. Wrist game, lucky charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun me. I'ma come clean, I got beef. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves, okay. Hating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their tees all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Renegade, renegade, renegade.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh!
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the jewels, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Texans. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Gun! Hey, Tuesday. 25
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Black 22! Black 22!
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third down, Miller. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now the pitch to Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Ryan on second down. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. to the running game. It's Freeman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is first and goal from about the 8. They'll run here with Freeman. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Now Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On third and goal, Ryan. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Touchdown, Houston! In for the score. And the Texans are in for 6. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he came there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And now running right through it. And he's loose again. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And here now come the Falcons. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Blue 80. Blue 80. Check 26. Check 26. Richmond. Richmond.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tiger. Hey, Blue 80. Blue 80. Tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Flushed out right. A little juke. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And on his first carry, he loses the football. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Black 22! Black 22!
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point good by Hopkins, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible. On first down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. To throw on second down. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Third and long, it's Watson being chased out left. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. To throw is Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Green, the line. Green, the line. Two-jet.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come back, come back. Red, green, the line. Green, the line. Two jet.
Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Two jet.
Watson on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Richmond. Tiger.
The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, blue 80. Two jet.
Watson to throw on 2nd down. Underneath for Miller. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Down. Green the line. Come back.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Well, now they'll try the end around. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing now. Ryan on first down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And here comes the Texans now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Black 22! Black 22! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger!
Again, it's Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Red, blue 80, blue 80. 2 jet, 2 jet.
Watson now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 20. Twisting away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Gun, gun, gun. Gun, 25.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Black 99 Philly. 2 jet, 2 jet.
After the interception, here's Watson. Now he's flushed out left. He won't go down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carry now for Lamar Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Black 22! Black 22!
of the gun, Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Back now in Houston. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Two jet.
On the toss, here's Foreman. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Reset.
They run again with Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 57 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
I think in normal situations, most play calls would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
This one caught by Ridley. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
20.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. The quick slant caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on foot. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
Ready. Back 25. Here we go.
Now Ryan. And he whips that one incomplete there. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with a run by Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. Powers ahead at the 45. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the 1st. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Flag down and out, Philly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Black 22! Black 22!
He'll get it up the middle and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Reset. Richmond.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Houston, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.